It's a court case that we've been covering since 2016, and it centers around a former Kansas VA Medical Center worker. His name's Mark Weisner, and he was found guilty of sexually abusing clients back in 2017.
Weisner is in jail tonight, but at the time, many victims believe the VA was just as much to blame. KCTV5's Craig Payne tells us how those 82 victims are now getting compensation from the U.S. government.
I'm glad it's over. I'm glad that this whole situation is resolving.
Jason Weiser says this moment is long overdue. A fight against Mark Weisner that's gone on since 2016.
I've watched them drag this out for 4 years. I've been through the deposition process. What they can do with your family is somewhat humiliating.
At the time, Mark Weisner, an employee at Dwight D. Eisenhower VA Medical Center in Leavenworth, Kansas, was accused of several sexual offenses. Victims' accusations include Weisner giving unnecessary rectal and genital exams, misprescribing or overprescribing medications, and even prescribing strong painkillers and opioids such as methadone.
When you're in his office, he's bringing you into his confidence, and he spends a lot of time with you. But part of that is, let's do a full exam. Like, okay, but how many times do you need a full exam? And I mean a full exam.
Weisner was convicted back in 2017 and sentenced to 15.5 years in prison. But many of the victims felt he wasn't the only person to blame, many fighting for action against the VA. The result, a settlement of $6.97 million from the United States government.
The United States Department of Justice put a sum on the table that was big enough that each one of our guys could live with.
Weiser, who still attends the VA, says he's noticed them offering him a chaperone if uncomfortable and has seen signs in the waiting rooms to help veterans.
Weisner going to prison felt pretty good. It felt fair to be compensated for some of the personal injury, and I'd love to, but never know that I'll get closure on the VA actually fixing their process.
That $6.97 million now will be shared amongst those 82 victims. Not equally, but what the attorney says was fairly. Reporting here in Kansas City, I'm Greg Payne for KCTV5 News.